Hello. So, good morning. It's still time to say good morning. Excuse my voice. I had a hot trip. Now I'm from the big bad power loom industry, possibly. So we are, just to give you a brief introduction, what we are doing, we are selling organic fabrics, jerseys, sweater fabrics, also silk, organic silk, which is handmade, organic linen, which I'm wearing, for example, hemp, and so on, to designers. And our concept is to create a win-win situation. You go normally to a fabric shop or to a fabric producer, and the minimum quantities are very high, right? So they want you to buy like 500 meters or even 1,000 meters, so on. Our concept is you can come to us and you can buy 1 meter. So we can grow with our customers, because if you're a small designer, you want to start a business, you want the colors of the season, you want some prints, you want to start something first of all, and you want also to have a good fabric, which is made according to ecological criteria and so on. So we are providing these things. I can also show you our website. You can read all this. This just for that. And I don't want to talk about this anymore now. What I want to say is what Hemang just said is very, very important also for the outside perspective. He just said that no other country in the world has even 10% of what you have in India. And this is your heritage, and this is the handloom. This is thousands of designs which are there. I just went to Mumbai also, again to the museum, to the national thing there, where you see all these traditional things, the ethnology, let's say, of fabrics, which have so many meanings. Like you see little prints which have some association. They have a symbol for you, and no other country in the world has this heritage. And you should be so proud, and so proud as Indians really to have this, because it's so powerful and it's so amazing, and it's not something which should just be somewhere in the shelves. It's crazy. If you see, we had this tradition. Maybe I'm coming from Germany. You had some people who were working in the hand sector, handmade things. This is 200 years back. It's gone. It's gone. It's museum. You go to some place, there's maybe some little castle somewhere on the mountain or something, and there's maybe some old woman showing some hand picking things which she's doing. That's it. That's gone. The rest is speed outside. It's rush. Like, you know, when you go outside, it's also this rush. And you, as Indians and as India and as your with a big heritage, you can counter that speed. And not just for the sake of countering it, but to give something to the world, which is mainly the Anglo-American, capitalistic, Calvinistic world out there, which is so fast and which is going so crazy, and which all makes us all mad also, you know? Because we will, what is the thing what we do? You live in New York, you live in Manhattan, for example, you pay for an apartment, you pay 4,000 euro, 5,000 euro, which comes to how much? 5 lakh, whatever, for rent. You go to the metro in the morning at 6 o'clock, you get up, you make your coffee, you have to function in the morning. So you go to your thing, you go to your fridge. Smart living, they tell us also when you go outside. So maybe the coffee is already made with your smartphone. Everything is timed and tacted to the millisecond. Then you go to the metro, you drive to your office, you work like an idiot, sorry. you work, you go nuts, you go crazy, and you're working and working. Evening, you come home at 9 o'clock or something, and then your family maybe waits, which you called before, and even in your family you have to function, right? And this is the life most of the people live in the West. And don't be fooled for that, and don't fall for that. Don't fall for these advertisements, really. Be proud what you have here, really. It's very important. Also for the time. I'm German, you know. Germans are crazy and obsessed with time also. And me too, because I'm born there, you know. So I'm coming here also to India, and I always have to get used to it. Because you say, tige, okay, 10 minutes, you know, you don't worry, it's okay. And if I come late, then people still smile and it's fine. Today I also came late, you know. But not for the purpose of coming late, because I don't misuse it, you know. But it's still fine, and everybody is welcoming. And that's a gift. That's a gift of character, and that's a gift also of acknowledgement. Obviously, it's also because of traffic and stuff like that. But it's a gift, really. And it's something different. And don't go into this direction to function like the others. Like everybody wants to tell you also, like the Americans wants to tell you. What you said about Bangladesh. Don't become the second Bangladesh. Nobody needs the second Bangladesh. You know, in US, they produced like what in 1985 I just read, like 70% or something they produced locally of their stuff. Why not also? They have cotton, they have skilled workers, they can do that stuff. How much do you think they do today? How much of the garments of US is produced in US these days? What do you think? It's 2%. 2%. It's gone. After 1990, after the fall of the wall, after the fall of the Berlin Wall, after this system broke down, there were many smart people there. They were just waiting. You know, as a German again, we had East Germany and West Germany. For you, this is really history. For us, it was a fact growing up near the wall. The first people who came to East Germany from West when the wall came down, what do you think, who was this? This was insurance sellers, car sellers. They were waiting like this, you know. They were waiting, come, fall, you know. They were just waiting. And they were selling all their crap to the East Germans, you know, until they realized what's going on, and now they assimilated and stuff like that. And like this, all the Americans were waiting also. Always when I open a newspaper, it's about direct foreign investment also in India. And they make a big fuss, yeah, Walmart needs to be here. No, who needs Walmart in India? Who needs them? Who needs that? You have markets, you know? Obviously, you can have supermarkets. Obviously, you can have hygiene and stuff like that, you know? But they are waiting exactly like the insurance sellers from the West. They are waiting exactly like that to come into India, and not for the benefit. They will tell you they will do beneficial things. Nothing is beneficial. It's all beneficial for their own pocket. And this is beneficial, like for the Walmart, also like producing in Bangladesh. Do you think they care about the people? They don't care anything. You know, even in Germany, in Europe, in the European Union, we have very high standards for textiles. We know that we don't want to pollute our rivers. We know that we don't want to have hazardous and carcinogenic stuff in our clothes, because we check it also, we test it when it's coming in. We know all these things. But what we do is, we just produce somewhere else and we say, oh, we don't care. You know? If you know that this stuff is bad, why do you accept it in another country? Because you want to make profit. And it's all about profit. And all these companies, I read also, it's such a pity H&M is entering India. You might be happy for their designs and stuff. I hate it so much, you cannot believe how much I hate that. Also Zara and Mango and all these companies and Primark, you know, they produce shirts. Then in Germany, there are girls, they buy a t-shirt just for the weekend. Not even for the evening. They go there, you know, imagine, the cotton is growing on the field. How much energy, how much water, how much work goes into this? The sun, and then you have to spin the cotton, you have to knit it, you have to go through all these processes, the stuff has to be stitched and all these things. And then they buy it for €1, €2. That's 400 rupees. The shipping also, you have to ship it there, customs, tax. The shop has light, you know, all these things. And they sell it for €2, they wear it one evening, they don't even wash it, they throw it away. Are we all insane? You know, this is insanity, this is craziness. And it's very tough to stop it, and you cannot stop it on the big level also. We can talk about it. The only one who can stop it is you. Don't fall for that. You know? You can talk, politicians can talk a lot, and we can make rules, obviously politicians can also do, but just don't fall for that. And this would be one thing. And then you see these beautiful things, and you should be really proud, not only in the design, also on the fabric, how it is made. And as he said, in 20 years, maybe it's gone, and it's a pity. And even, I mean, many hands were up now, and of course nobody believes you that you all want to suffer, but even if 5 of you, take the time and take this as an inspiration. 5 of you, like Rahul Mishra or Himang or others who work with handloom weavers, or not even weavers or designs, or just to revive it and give it a fresh note. This is also one thing which is the next conference about, to give it also a fresh note. Because we also have to think, we also have to counter this marketing machinery out there, this Western marketing machinery, and beat them with their own weapons. You know? We have to make this thing appear in the newspaper, in the ads and stuff like that, also as a must-have. You cannot say, nobody buys with the brain also. You have to come to the emotion also, to this level. Fab India is a shiny example how to do that. And you should also try, in the marketing level, really think also how to market it. It's not only, nobody will buy your product because it's a nice product. No one. You have to tell a story. And if it's a good story, and if it's a story where people can connect to, then you can catch more people also to buy it. And not to fool them or something like that, but just to connect this, like you said, lost soul of a weaver, who is a lost soul, but he has so many skills from generations of generations to enhance his craft and to connect him to this market. And you can also go global, no problem going global. This is beating them with your own weapons. Then send the Trojan horse of this and sell it in Manhattan to the coffee making women. And they are not all stupid also, because many people think like me in the West as well. And there's also a big counter thing. And also you see some change now, that people think, what am I wearing? Like it's with the food and all these things also, you know. So think about that and be proud. Don't see these things as something, yeah, it's handloom, it's nice, some guy is doing it. See it from outside, really, like you said. It's crazy how many people still work in this sector in India. How much you have, how much heritage. No other country in the world has that. No other country. And be a proud Indian on that, and don't let yourself fooled by Americans or Germans or anybody else. Thank you.
You know, one very interesting thing. We talked about Bangladesh. Okay, Bangladesh is exporting 1.5 times the garments which India does. A very strange, paradoxical thing. Bangladesh imports the maximum garments and textiles from India. You know why? For their consumption. They cannot wear what they make. Yeah. And here we are in India, which is a captive market for everything which you make. India is the biggest market for Indian products. And when I say big market, how big are we talking about? We're talking about the biggest market in the world which there is at the moment. Why do you think so Zara came to India? Why do you think so H&M is coming to India? We'll have, brands like Superdry, everybody coming to India. Why? Because this is our market. We have a captive market. Do we really need to recede it to those people? And if we don't see, I spoke about one thing. Nobody, and Ben also said, a consumer who does not know what handloom is, what powerloom is, he's not wrong. He's not supposed to know. He won't buy your handloom just because it's made on handloom. He'll buy the handloom because of the design, because the product has to make sense. You know, everything about handloom is not good. Everything about powerloom is not bad. We have to have design stuff, you know, something which attracts those people. And trust me, the amount of, you know, when I started off, we thought of becoming 100% EOU. You know what is that? 100% export-oriented unit. For 3 years or 4 years, that's what we were doing. We were exporting everything. Every thread which we were making, we were exporting. 2007, the downfall began. 2008, the West was down in the dumps. We were talking about growing exponentially initially. We were growing at a percentage rate of something which was 40 or 50% every year. And here I'm talking about pure numbers. And when the West fell down, we thought, what would we do? You know, the buyers who were used to pay advance did not have money to pay for shipments which were lying at their ports. What would we do? Then we discovered India. We discovered our country. You know, since then, we have been growing at an average of around 80 to 100% every year. So this is, you have all the tools in India, and you have the captive market in India. You don't have to look at the West. West will come to you. I'm telling you, they'll come to you. Very recently, you might have seen in the papers this resurgence of Banaras. You know, everybody is talking about how Banaras textiles. You know, Times of India did a story which was like, the big B in fashion is Banaras. Somehow I was caught at the center of it. Now this whole news reached West as well. They know, you know, a lot of people know about, most of them know about India, the crafts. So a lot of people came to India. In fact, just 4 days back, I was sitting with somebody, I won't name it, but one of the biggest fashion houses in Paris, one of the biggest fashion houses in Paris. And they came and said, we want to do something for the handloom. We want to do something for Banaras. But they have a different sensibility. I asked them, what do you want to do? They said, I'll give you 200 designs for 200 looms. And the next collection, we'll call it after Banaras. I said, don't do that. You won't help Banaras. Give me 4 designs for 4 looms, which you pledge to let those looms be for next 3 years. being a very smart part of your collection, not the whole collection being about Banaras. That's how you'll help the craft. You know, green is about sustainability. A handloom also is about sustainability. Doing one odd collection, you know, having the Lakme Fashion Week finale or the Amazon finale as Banaras does not change one bit. It's all media hype, you know, that's all it is. It does not change anything. It's about getting down to the brass tacks, going to the weaver, working with him, and giving him employment for 365 days a year and for like 5 years, 10 years on a trot. That's what you have to do. So he said, again, it's a very difficult road. You really want to do it? So, again, over to Manju ma'am.
Thank you, Benji.